that sat on that council. We built enough pressure to get enough of them to vote in favor for an Amazon tax. But the story doesn't end there. 3 weeks later, massive pressure from the Chamber of Commerce. Bezos and all his buddies put pressure on those same Democrats, and they caved. They reneged on the deal 3 weeks later, and the tax was killed. That's an important lesson for us today. We need a clean break from the Democratic Party. It is the graveyard of social movement. But we weren't done in Seattle. Our organization wasn't done, and the grassroots movement we built, the working class of Seattle, wasn't done. We picked it up with Shama Swan's re-election campaign. 3 different super PACs built up more than $4.5 billion to defeat us. The working class of Seattle had different ideas. Shama Swan was re-elected yet again, and we rebuilt that campaign to tax Bezos, and we won again just a couple months ago. Except the joke was on them this time, because the first tax we won a couple years earlier was much less than what we won this time. We kept building, we kept fighting, and the numbers got bigger, and the tax that we won was much bigger, and now we're set to be able to bring families in Seattle out of poverty because of what we won, because of what we took back of the profits that we created for this monster company. It's all done by workers, and we took it back, and we're going to do that here in Los Angeles. I know LA is a massive area, but we've got a campaign, a grassroots campaign we've just begun building in Burbank. There's a massive Amazon distribution center that's getting built by the Burbank airport. We're building a grassroots campaign to tax Amazon. If they're coming in our neighborhood, we're going to take what's coming to us, right? We're going to take a slice. So, there is a candidate running for city council in Burbank. His name is Constantine Anthony. Our organization, as well as some other strong organizations, have endorsed his campaign because he is in favor of taxing Amazon if he gets elected. So I encourage you, if you want to get involved locally and build the movement to tax Amazon, talk to one of us from Socialist Alternative. Raise your hand. We're out there today. Find us. We got clipboards. You can sign up. We will contact you. We are building a grassroots, multiracial, working class campaign because that's what it takes to win. And lastly, I just want to thank Chris and all the workers at Amazon that stood up, that had the courage to stand up and walk out. That's what we need in organized labor. Where was organized labor? Why weren't they leading those workouts? Why aren't they leading those workouts today? We need a revolution within organized labor. We need a democratic renewal within organized labor. And it's going to be from people like Chris Smalls in the workplaces to throw out the bum bureaucrats and to really make the labor movement what it should be. Fighting for workers, taking capital on, head on, straight on. Thanks, everybody.
That's why I'm asking you to vote yes on Proposition 15 this November. It's so important. Proposition 15 would bring $12 billion to schools in California and to services for the community.
All right, my name is Khalil Williams. I'm a student observer. I'm 16 years old, and I'm out here fighting for justice like everybody else in the streets, fighting for Black lives in our schools, because our schools are continuing to get, our Black students in our schools are continuing to get over-policed more than their population. We're 8% of LAUSD's population, and 25% of the school's police arrest, diversions, and citations. That's 5 times more than our population. And it's time, as people have said, with this light of COVID, everybody's becoming more aware of racism in our communities. However, companies like Amazon and Chevron continue to contribute to police unions, which are continuing to police Black communities over police Black communities. Right. And so we need to also call on corporations like Amazon, especially Amazon, because we know Jeff Bezos is going to be one of the richest people, one of the first trillionaires, and he continues to line his pockets doesn't care about our communities, doesn't care about the workers in his companies. He just cares about lining his pockets and getting more money.
That's right.
And so now it's time for us as a community to stand up and fight for what's right. And what that means is taxing Amazon and taxing larger corporations and continuing to fund our public schools. It's time that we get resources that we need. It's time that I get a full-time nurse at my school. It's time that I get a full-time counselor and resources in my community. It's time that Jeff Bezos gets taxed, because it's time that companies like his and people like him who don't need more money pay their fair share. So I encourage y'all, just like Julie said, vote for Prop 15 this election. Vote early as well. Don't wait till the day of election to vote, because we all know these votes this year are getting sabotaged, and we see that there's so much things going on in the media. Make sure you're well informed, as well as continue to speak out about these issues. Don't let your voice be silenced. People like Chris are standing up, and we have to continue to support people like essential workers who are losing their jobs for just speaking up. We have to continue to keep supporting organizations that are speaking up about issues that we know were happening before. This isn't nothing new, but it's time that people realize it, and it's time that people start paying their fair share. It's time that corporations start paying their fair share, and it's time that we start seeing change in communities, especially Black communities, and especially for people who need it the most.
Our streets! Our streets! Our streets! Our streets! Our streets! Power to the people! 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 We all are equal! We all are equal! We all are equal! Power to the people! Power to the people! Power to the people! Power to the people! We all are equal! We all are equal! We all are equal! We all are equal! Whole street! Our street! 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 Power to the people! Power to the people! We all are equal! We all are equal! Shut shit down! Who shut shit down? Who shut shit down? Who shut shit down? Who shut shit down? He trying to lie and say he got COVID-19 now. I don't believe that shit. He's not pushing back this election. He's not getting the pass. This man's another one who don't pay his fucking taxes. $750. I paid more taxes than Trump, the president. You paid more taxes than Trump. That's a bullshit. Bullshit. And we not standing for it no more. We're tired. I know you're tired. I know I'm tired. I'm tired of being in the streets for months. I'm tired. But guess what? Not gonna give up. Not gonna give up. Enough is enough. 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 Defund the police, because all they care about is making sure that they can babysit us for no reason. They should be on the same side as us. But you know what? We ain't worried about them either. Defund the police, and I want justice for Breonna Taylor. That's right. Justice for Breonna Taylor. Don't get it twisted. Black people built this fucking country. We built this shit. Indigenous people built this shit. It's our shit. It's our land. They don't belong here. This billionaire, he don't belong here. This is our shit. This is your streets. I ain't from California, but I stand with y'all. That's right. If y'all need me, y'all call me, I'm here. That is power. That is people's power. That is solidarity. Whenever y'all need me, I'm here. Whenever I need y'all, I know y'all be there. You got my back, I got yours. TCOEW, the Congress of Essential Workers. Real quick, let me tell y'all what our vision is with my organization. The Congress of Essential Workers is to gain people's power, workers' power. Like ourselves, gain this power. Follow us, support us, join us. When we get enough power, we'll have more power than Congress. That's why I named us the TCOEW, the Congress of Essential Workers. We'll have more power than Congress. When Congress say you're an essential worker, you gotta go to work in the middle of a pandemic, we gonna look at them and say, well, where's my money at? I ain't going to work until you pay me my rightful due diligence. You give me a decent living wage. You give me Medicare for all, free Medicare for all. You give me child care. You give me $30 minimum wage. I ain't going to work until you give me $30 minimum wage. That's right. And I want people to stop saying we are unskilled workers. What the fuck is an unskilled worker? That doesn't make sense. You got to learn and go through a learning curve just like me. I don't care what 4-year accredited college you went to, I still got to teach your ass when you work at the warehouse. We want $30 an hour. I don't care about people sitting on their ass for 8 hours. Who else? Pay them more too. I don't care. As long as I get my paycheck. Y'all deserve that. We deserve that. We deserve better. This man making $4,000 a second, and I'm getting $15.50 minimum wage? Hell no. Hell no. Enough is enough. We're tired of that. We deserve more. These billionaires need to do more. 1% can't pay a tax on the people that's starving out here. We got a homeless crisis in 2020 in the 21st century. What the fuck is going on? Why do we have homeless people? And America is supposed to be the greatest country in the world, the richest country in the world. It ain't. Other countries are looking at us laughing right now. I spoke to them, trust me. They're like, what the fuck is going on in America? And I'm like, I don't even know. I can't answer that. But I do know that if I'm fighting for change, I do know that you're fighting for change. And I do know that the time is now. COVID-19, this virus is a wake-up call. Don't take it no other way. Look where we at. We still dealing with it. We still wearing masks. We still got it. Life is not normal. It's never going to be back to where it was pre-COVID. If you think it is, you're lost. That's right. The government got something to do with it, of course. You know that. There ain't no secret. Look what we doing. They only care about the fucking economy. The economy. And we all broke. We all in the same boat. That's